What's up, guys? Another week has ended again, so I want to break down the trades I took this week so far. So you can see I'm on my journal. Just the journal is actually called a trade part what better, like I explained to you guys in my previous video, that it is actually free for now. So if you want to get it, just go use it and use it to document your. So guys, let me take you over to the trades I took this week. And if you're new to my channel, please, what I do in my channel is I document my journey in becoming a profitable trader. And currently I'm actually documenting my journey on passing a $5,000 account that I acquired from a Propfirm that is known as what Gold Funded. So please, if you want to get an account with this Propfirm, they are good. Trading condition is very good. Use the link in my description to get an account with them because they're currently running a discount. So guys, go on the link in the description to get your own account. So let's go to the trades for this week. So if I go to the trades part, it's loading. So now the this week started with the 13th of April and ended with 17th of April. So you can see here the first trade I took for this week is GBP JPY. The type was a sell trade. Do you understand? So let me open it and tell you the reason why I took a sell on GBP JPY. So if you can see on the screen, this journal has actually imputed everything. So now let me go to the screenshot side and show you the reason. But before I go there, I need to read the reason why I took this trade. So you can see on your screen. Let me do that. So you can see on my screen, I said setup. Okay, before I go to this setup of it, let me show you guys. Obviously I've showed you in my previous video how my system, what I trade. Credit to DAX trade brand DAX as DAX trading strategy. I think you guys should know him. Do you understand? That is where I learned this strategy. I'm actually using the strategy, so it's not mine, it's his own, but I had to redefine it in my own way. So if I go on the chart, let me show you there's what called the system we trade. There's a system we trade here. So let me go and bring that. Let me go and bring it up. Coming, I think it's here. Yes. So this is what we trade using the DAX watch strategy. So there's what called type 1 and there's what called type 2. So what you can see on the left side of the screen is the type 1 watch setup. So now this is basically about sweep, break and inducement. So but now in our own redefined modified way. Do you understand? There are certain rules and that govern this thing that I cannot explain in this video. When I'm actually free, I'll make a video of this watch strategy. So guys, this is what this is what I always look for whenever I come to the chart. This is the sales, this is the buy setup, this is the sell setup, this is the buy setup, this is the sell setup. But trading only this pattern like this cannot make it profitable. So we need other factors, which is what makes it a system, makes it a strategy. So yeah, that is what I'll be showing you to this trade I took this week. So this is type 1 and this is type 2. So if I go over to my journal back, you will see here that I said setup type 2. So that shows that this GBP JPY was a type 2 setup, which is this one, because it's a sell trade, which is this one. It was a type 2 setup. I saw this pattern in GBP JPY, which I have to now do what, validate and follow it and make it as a system, which it all made the criteria. Like you can see here, validation, I said the structural liquidity is above the 50% fib level, tick, and origin of price. What do I mean by origin of price? Where is price actually coming from? So now you can see I said the setup is at the premium zone of the weekly swing and a daily swing. So that alone has actually given me a confidence that yes, I'm willing to take a shot on on GBP JPY. And also, like you can see here, the conferences that made me took this trade, just the COT data result. What is COT data result? COT means commitment of traders report. It is what this is the report. This report is actually released every Tuesday, but it is given to us, the traders, by Friday of every week. So it tells us how many sellers and buyers are in a particular currency. Do you understand? So, and it is based on the big boys, the big banks in the market. So it is not for retail trader, it is for the bigger boys, what they are actually trading. So with that, it makes me know how to go on my trading using this DAX strategy. So now you can see I said the COT checked, type 2 setup good, and it's a counter trend. So these are the confidence that made me took this trade. So because that made me do this trade. So now if I go to the screenshot, if I go to the screenshot, and this is the trade. This is before I took it. This is the type 2 setup. So now I had to validate this setup. So I went to my weekly time frame to look at the current structure of the market. Yes, the market is actually showing me uptrend, but at the meantime it's at the premium zone, because you can see my range low and you can see my range high. So now, using the Fibonacci, I had to tend to know where price is actually at. So you can see that price is currently at the premium level, which is why I was interested in shorting GBP, JPY, and also with the commitment of traders report is telling me that GBP is actually has much short contract traders. Do you understand? So that is the reason why I had to short GBP, JPY, but unfortunately GBP, JPY did not want to short, but rather stopped me out on with -1%. So that was the first loss for me on that day, being 13th of April. So fast forwarding to my second trade. Let's go to my second trade. So I lost 1% on that trade. So the second trade was taken on the 14th of April, which is the pair GBP USD. So if I'm to click it, the same thing that I want to do again. Now what do? I look for my pattern. Is it type 1, or type 2? So now in this scenario, like you can see by the notes here, I said this is a type 2 setup. Do you understand? This is a type 2 setup. And what's the next thing do I do? After seeing the type 2 setup, what do? I need to validate this. So now by validating it, I saw that okay, the structural liquidity is above the 50% of the fib level, simply because I'm willing to short GBP USD. So now, origin of price, where is price coming from? Like I said here, this setup is at the premium zone of the weekly swing and H4 time frame zone, which is my entry tier. Overall trend is bearish on weekly time frame. Also, the COT data on GBP is having much short contract than the buy setup. With this gives me the confidence for taking this trade. So you can see here all confidence have been ticked. So now let me show you on the chart. So this is the setup. I don't know if you can see it, if it's clear. This is the setup. Do you understand? Liquidity grab, inducement, break of structure, and I waited for price to come back to my zone. So you can see I had to go to the weekly time frame to validate that my type 2 setup I saw on 4-hour time frame. And you can see that the weekly time frame is actually showing me bearish, because we're having much more of lower lows and lower highs. So now you can see between this range, do you understand, price is currently at the premium level. So which is why I was interested in shorting GBP USD. So now if I take it to the weekly time frame in a broader view, you can see that currently the current trend, the current substructure of this GBP USD is making a higher high and a higher low, do you understand, which is the uptrend. But now look at what the market did here at this point. Now this is my substructure low and this is my substructure high. Meanwhile, I have a major high range high and a major range low. So currently the substructure price is also currently at the premium zone of this substructure. Like you can see the sub low and the sub high. So this is another confluence that made me say I want to short GBP USD. So going to my 4-hour time frame, I saw my type 2 setup on the premium zone on 4-hour time frame, and you can see what the price market did. The market stopped me up and is moving in my direction. That is trading for you. So that was a -1% loss on GBP USD on that day. So let's go to the next trade. Again, I took on the 14th, or that same 14th of April. I saw another setup on EURUSD. But now, okay, this trade got executed on the 14th, but I held it to the next. I added to the next day. No, this trade was executed on the 16th rather. So that was a mistake though. So now I saw an opportunity on EURUSD, and mind you, I have this setup on EURUSD since last 2 weeks. So I was patiently enough to wait for price to come back to where I wanted to come back, and that is a good level of patience. Wow, I'm improving. So but now trading for you will actually tell you what trading actually is. Is it that you wait for long and get a negative result, or you wait for long and get a positive result? No one knows. But in this case, I got a result that is not actually funny. But now, what is the reason behind this trade? Now I said the setup type 2. Let me show you type 2, because I'm interested in shorting AUD. This is type 2 setup. So upon saying that, what did I do? I had to validate. by validating it, you see the structural liquidity is above the 50% of the fib level. And now where is price coming from? Where is price coming from? So the origin of price is coming from the what? The premium zone of the daily swing and the H4 swing, which is my entry time frame. Now, like I said, the trend is bullish on daily time frame, which makes it a counter trend trade. Also, the COT data on AUD is having much long contract than the short contract. With this factor, it makes this trade a low probability sell setup. Yes, now let me show you the screenshot. This is when I saw this setup last 2 weeks. Do you understand? So I had to wait patiently for price to come back to this my entry point, this my zone, to shut it down. Now you can see that price swept a liquidity high, gave me my inducement and broke structure. So upon seeing that, I was like, okay, this is my type 2. Then I had to validate it by going to the higher time frame to know where price is. So you can see that currently on a daily time frame, AUD is actually in the uptrend. But at this time, where is price? Price is at the premium zone of this swing. Now look at my swing. I had to use my fib to pick it from the low to the high. You can see that price is around the premium zone, and my setup is around the premium zone, which is the reason why I was willing to short EURUSD. But unfortunately, this is what the market did. The market did stopped me out. So that was minus 1% again on EURUSD. I kept on going, following my plan, and the market is telling me what it wants to do. So now I got another opportunity again on EURUSD on the 17th of April, being Friday, which was the last trade for me for this week. Do you understand? So now this is the same setup, nothing much, nothing less. The same setup I took last for the previous EURUSD is the same setup, but now in this case it was a re-entry. Why did I make a re-entry? Now if I'm to zoom this thing, you can see that now price did not close with a body candle above my protected high on the 4 hour time frame. So upon seeing that, and price gave me a bearish momentum, then I had to take the sell. But unfortunately, price came back to stop me out, and now it's moving in that direction. That is that for the trades I took this week. Do you understand? I was patient enough. I followed my rules, but now the market still did its stuff. So now currently, what it actually means is I took 4 trades for this week, and all happened to be SL. And meanwhile, so currently let me go on my dashboard and show you. So what I have on my account balance actually look like is this now. So I'm currently down with minus 1%. So the main thing here, the main goal here is actually follow your rules and let your strategy and let your plan and your trading strategy do its stuff. Do you understand? So now I've taken 9 trades so far, and the outcome is the outcome is actually what I've shown you guys. So without wasting much of your time, guys, if you are actually interested in this my journey and you're picking 1 or 2 things from me, please do wait to give me a like on this video, give me a follow on Instagram, and also subscribe to my channel and turn on bell notification now to get notified when I post this content like this on my YouTube channel. And if you're interested in joining my Telegram, it's a community where I post this trade before I take them and tell you the reason why I'm actually taking them. Mind you, it is not a signal group, but where I document my trade and also document other educational content there. So please, you're welcome to this Telegram channel. And also, if you don't want to be my subscriber, please do wait to like this video, share. And also, I post educational content on my Instagram, so please do wait to follow me using the name on your link. And also, if you want to get an account with this gold funded Propfirm, please use the link in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love. So this is the P&L for this week. It turned out to be that I lost minus 4% for this week. I'll catch you guys, and I hope that next week will be better. And mind you, please, I have an already open trade on NZJPY and GBP AUD. So currently they are running, and I hope that next week, if they hit SL, I'll let you guys know. If they hit TP, I'll still let you guys know. So keep fingers crossed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love.